Welcome to Byte Hive Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The headlines were everywhere. BMW shutters Spartanburg. Mercedes exits Alabama. Audi pulls the plug on U.S. sales. It was a day few believed would come, but the shock was immediate and nationwide. In Spartanburg, the BMW plant, once a symbol of American manufacturing, fell silent. Workers arrived to locked gates and layoff notices. The same scene played out in Vance, Alabama, as the Mercedes-Benz facility began its final shutdown. Lifelong employees faced an uncertain future, their careers and family legacies suddenly erased. The iconic three-pointed star was covered, a painful symbol. Mercedes was gone. Audi, lacking a U.S. plant, was hit by tariffs and forced to withdraw, leaving dealerships stunned. The exit of BMW, Mercedes, and Audi was a seismic event, a declaration that the American market was now too risky and costly. The shockwaves hit Wall Street, sent auto stocks tumbling, and left lawmakers scrambling for answers. President Trump's tariffs, meant to protect American jobs, had instead triggered a mass exodus. Tens of thousands of high-paying jobs vanished overnight. The American auto industry, once a pillar of the economy, was left with a gaping void. Communities that had thrived on these factories now faced an uncertain future. The promise of protectionism had delivered the opposite: loss, fear, and economic upheaval. The day the German giants left was not just a business story. It was the end of an era. The silence of the factories echoed across the nation. America was forced to confront the true cost of its trade war. The roots of this crisis stretch back to the tariffs on steel, aluminum, and foreign cars. The Trump administration promised these measures would revive American manufacturing. But the modern auto industry is global. BMW and Mercedes were already exporting American-made cars worldwide. Tariffs on imported parts made U.S. production more expensive, while retaliatory tariffs from Europe and China squeezed profits further. German automakers warned Washington they were caught in a trade war crossfire, but their pleas were ignored. The final blow came with even steeper tariffs targeting European automakers. The business case for investing in America collapsed. The American market, once a profit center, became a financial black hole. The German exit was the result of years of mounting pressure and ignored warnings. The policies meant to protect American industry ended up driving it away. The ticking time bomb of tariffs finally exploded. The closures weren't just numbers, they were lives upended. Over 50,000 skilled jobs disappeared overnight, shattering families' financial security. For every factory job lost, up to 10 more vanished in the local economy: suppliers, truckers, restaurants, and small businesses. A seat manufacturer in Alabama, a trucking firm in South Carolina. American businesses collapsed as orders dried up. Home values plummeted. Schools lost funding. And local governments faced budget crises. The domino effect rippled through entire communities. The promise was to protect American jobs, but the reality was mass unemployment and lost futures. Workers lined up at job fairs, competing for lower-paying positions. Small business owners closed doors on generations of hard work. The human cost of the trade war was written on every face in these devastated towns. The fallout went far beyond job losses. Spartanburg and Vance, once global manufacturing hubs, faced economic decay. Empty factories became monuments to failed policy. State and local budgets cratered as tax revenue vanished, threatening schools, roads, and healthcare. Housing markets collapsed, trapping families in homes they couldn't sell. Retail and office spaces emptied out, leaving ghost towns where vibrant communities once thrived. The crisis sent a chilling message to global investors. America was no longer a safe bet. Why invest billions if trade rules can change overnight? The loss wasn't just jobs and revenue, it was future investment, innovation, and growth. The economic ripple effect will haunt these regions for years to come. As America closed its doors, China opened theirs. German automakers shifted billions in investment to China, accelerating a trend already underway. New factories and R&D centers sprang up in Chinese tech hubs, focusing on electric and smart vehicles. China offered subsidies, tax breaks, and stability, everything America no longer did. German engineering fueled China's rise, while German companies secured their future in the world's largest market. Now, cars once built in America are made in China for the world. The U.S. lost not just jobs and investment, but its seat at the table where the future of the auto industry is decided. The grand prize of automotive leadership shifted to China. Tariffs were meant to protect Ford, GM, and Stellantis, but the plan backfired. American automakers rely on global supply chains, so tariffs drove up their costs too. Prices for new cars soared, and consumers delayed purchases. With German rivals gone and prices rising, the market shrank. Competition, which once drove innovation, disappeared, risking stagnation and lower quality. The collapse of suppliers hurt everyone, causing shortages and production delays. The entire ecosystem was poisoned, leaving Detroit's Big Three weaker and less competitive. The attempt to shield American automakers ended up undermining them. The future of the U.S. auto industry is now more uncertain than ever. The German exit triggered a global realignment. The old order, North America, Europe, Japan, fractured, and Asia, led by China, took center stage. Automakers worldwide scrambled to reduce their dependence on the unpredictable U.S. market. Japanese and Korean companies faced tough choices: stay or shift production elsewhere. China, welcoming German technology, became the world's automotive powerhouse, largest producer, market, and innovator. Beijing now sets the standards and rules for the industry. The U.S., once the world's automotive leader, became an isolated, diminished player. The Made in the USA label lost its global prestige. The German exit is more than an economic crisis. It's a blow to American identity. The auto industry, once a symbol of freedom and prosperity, now faces decline and uncertainty. Tariffs meant to protect American jobs instead drove away investment and innovation. The Big Three are left in a damaged market, struggling with higher costs and less incentive to innovate. America risks becoming a regional player, not a global leader, especially in the race for electric vehicles. Rebuilding trust and attracting investment will take years. The nation must decide: remain isolated or rejoin the global economy as a leader. The future of an iconic industry hangs in the balance. As of September 2025, the future of the American auto industry is at a crossroads. Recovery will require more than unemployment checks. It demands retraining, new investment, and federal support for devastated communities. The U.S. must pivot to electric vehicles, build a domestic battery supply chain, and invest in infrastructure. Government and industry must work together as never before. Trade policies must be reevaluated, and trust rebuilt with global partners. The world is watching to see if America can learn from this crisis. The choices ahead are for all of us. What role should government play? How do we balance protection and global trade? The fate of an industry and American prosperity hangs in the balance. Let us know your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more coverage.